Okay. Hey, everybody. It's, oops, what day is it? My calendar just disappeared on my phone. It is Monday and it is September 18th, 2017. This is the Team Be the Change team call. So we are the middle of September, inching towards the end. And I have been struggling really a lot with mindset. That's something that's really been like the last couple of months have just been like, it's been a chore to like get myself in the right mind frame. And I feel like I'm doing a better job, but I went back and kind of revisited some of the things that were really impactful to me, like earlier in the year when I felt like I was really hitting my stride. And what I decided to do. So there's a coach in our upline. His name's Keith Callahan. And so I posted in the team page a video that he did. And then I also just kind of did a short little live video talking a little bit about some of the incredible things that I learned from him on one of the calls that he did on his team page. So he goes live on his Facebook like page Monday through Friday at 9:30 Eastern. And then he'll post it to the team page. And this is kind of part of his new marketing strategy. It's like he's basically sharing with everybody, regardless of whether or not they're a coach, regardless of whether or not they're his coach, and talking about he's talking really in depth about his strategy and how he's getting people to, join his team, how he's building his team, how he's building, leadership. So he's like inspiring the bejeebities out of me. So one thing I want to talk about is something that he has come up with that will help us grow our team. Each of us, grow our team in the fourth quarter. So traditionally the fourth quarter in health and fitness is slow. And that's because you've got holidays coming up, people are back in school, life is getting crazy. It's just kind of like, people are hunkering down for the winter. They're not thinking about summer. They're not thinking about like, bikinis or whatever. They're comfortable covering up in sweaters. And then there's also the mindset that, New Year's resolutions, I'll just, I'll kind of not worry about it until January. And then January 1st, like I'm good to go. It's on. So, this is a great time for building the team. And here's why. Everybody traditionally loves to start a new program or start a new diet or start at the gym January 1st. And so we know that the beginning of January and like the end of December, people are going to want to be signing up. So what we need to do now is we need to take advantage of that future date, and we need to get people on board now with the intent to train them up and kind of almost like advertise what we're doing as we are going to train you now. Like we want you to join us now. We want you to be a part of this now so that you will be trained over the next 3 months. And then come January 1st, you're going to just have everything that you need. People are going to they'll have seen you for several months. They will see what you're doing. They'll see that you're getting results, and they will have you at front of mind. And then come at the beginning of the year when New Year's resolution hits, or, the end of December, people will think of you, and then you will be building your business and, adding customers at that time. So the plan that what we're going to do is we're going to start talking to people who we think, may want to join our team. And we're going to say, hey, listen, January 1st, everybody in the world thinks about New Year's resolutions and thinks about losing weight. So what I want to do is get you signed on today, right now, get you trained up. I'm going to teach you how to build your team and how to be an awesome coach so that people will see you doing this. And then at the beginning of January, you will be able to see a bump in your business. And then the key is we teach them to talk to people to join them. And then we basically, it's the duplication that we're looking for. So we do this. This is how we talk to people. We teach them to talk to people that they sign up. And then we teach them to talk to the people that they sign up. And so basically, this is going to grow our team. This is going to help us get people on board now with a goal in mind. And so they are excited to get on now because they see the value in joining now versus waiting and joining later. Like we give them a reason to join us now. And then additionally, like I said, we build in that duplication that we all want. So it's easy for us to build our team, and it's also easy for the people who we've signed on to also build their teams by following the example that we've set. So that is how we are, all of us, we're going to blow up our business this quarter. Traditionally when it's slow, yes, awesome, thumbs up. So a couple of other things, and these are just some ideas that I picked up from various videos. Some are from Haley Christian. Some are they're from Keith Callahan via Haley Christian. So Haley Christian is a personally sponsored coach of Keith's. She's in another, upline from us, but one of Keith's personally sponsored. She's awesome. So basically, I think the story was Keith was talking to her about like how she grew her business so quickly. I think like in March, she was a 1-star diamond, and she's a 10-star diamond now in September, or she's 10-star qualifying. I think that may be wrong. It might be 9-star qualifying, but regardless, it's pretty unreal. And so the way that she does it is she talks to her people that she signs up, and, based on their goals, of course, but this is for people who really, want to make a business out of this and not just a hobby or, another, kind of hobby coach, I guess. So her goal that she works with her people is they sign up, they hit Emerald in a week, and she works with them to get them to Diamond in a month. And she doesn't speak exactly about how she does this, but she makes it, she talks to them about the people that they know. She talks to them about, sharing with people. There's all kinds of ways that, you can connect with people. You can, obviously that's enough for another call, but she gets her people amped up for Emerald in a week, Diamond in a month. And that's how she's done it. She just kind of makes it non-negotiable. She makes it an assumption that, not even an assumption, she makes it just like words escape me. It's just what you do. It's just expected of people that they will be Emerald in a week. They will be Diamond in a month. And when they sign up their people, again, it's this duplication. When they sign up their people, it's Emerald in a week, Diamond in a month. And then she works, when she has these new coaches, obviously she works with people who are, signing on with her newer coaches, like she works with them personally. And so one way that, and I think I've spoke about this a little bit, is quick way to hit Emerald is make your dirt list. And so there's, I think there's an author, I believe, as usual, at least once a call, I forget who it is, but this person was talking about, there's your diamond list and your emerald, or excuse me, your diamond list and your dirt list. Not diamond like Beachbody diamond, but like these are people that, so your diamond list is a list. This is talking about lists of people that you make that you want to talk to. Your diamond list is people who would be rock stars, who you would love to work with. They're your best friends. They're people you admire, people that you can see yourself building a business with. And then there's your dirt list. And this is people who would buy dirt from you because they love you. And this is your mom, this is your dad, this is your spouse, this is you, hopefully a sibling or two, somebody your teacher that you still have a great relationship with and, love them to pieces. You make the list, but basically people who would buy dirt from you. And those are the people that are going to get you to Emerald. And it's okay if these people, okay, this sounds bad. It's okay if people don't stick around, because when we're building our team in this way, we're not going to lose rank because we're constantly bringing in new people. That's not to say not to connect with them and help them to stay, but it happens. People leave, and we can't let that get us into, a negative mindset or bring us down, because it happens. It happens to every single person. Like I think the first 3 people that I signed up are gone now, and I've only been doing this for a year. So it happens. You think that it won't, but it totally does. But the point is that when we start, each building our own teams, we're constantly adding, and we just kind of have to make ourselves remember that we can't get into everybody's mind. We can't make everybody see what we see. We can share what we see, but they have to be in a receptive and open state to accept it. And if they're not and they leave, that's okay. They may come back, stay in touch, but I'm off on a tangent. So, right. So Emerald in a week, Diamond in a month, Dirt List, get your people signed up. Something else that we haven't talked a whole lot about in our team, but I'm sure you guys have seen, like in Melissa's team, and if you're on Tony's page, is the UK expansion. Like if you listen to the National Wake Up Call, that is a month from Thursday. October 21st is the UK expansion launch. And that is going to be people in the UK have the opportunity to sign up as coaches, and they are going to be the top of the UK Beachbody team. And so everybody who, signs up at that time, like this is the time when we can be talking to people, getting them ready, getting them into our accountability groups. We could put them in our team page if we want to. Melissa is doing the last Wednesday of every month. She's doing I forget what she calls it, like a champagne social or something, which is a Zoom call, or maybe it's a live video. I think it's a Zoom call in her team destination team for everybody from the UK who's interested. And so I think it's at like 2 or 3:30 in the afternoon, which is like 8 p.m. or it's like 2 or 3 in the afternoon at like 8 p.m. in the UK. And it'll be a call for them to get, see what we do, see what our team culture is like, for them to get excited, for them to, see that this really is a real thing. This isn't just some like random people just, messaging them on whatever. And for them to get their foot in the door and for us to have a place to put people who we're talking to. So that is the last Wednesday of every month. The last thing I want to talk about is mindset. I talked about it a little bit, but I've, again, been kind of struggling the last couple of months. Sorry, my voice is going a little bit. But mindset. This is another thing that Keith covers really, really well. And he doesn't talk a lot about like how-to strategy. He talks a lot more about, like there was one of the calls he did was like finding your inner power, or is that what it's called? What did he say? It's called Get in Your Power. And he talks about how like you have to like flip this mindset switch when you want to be talking to people, because they pick up on your energy. You can't just, kind of like half-ass it and think that they're going to get excited. You have to get excited. You have to know what your goals are. You have to know where you're going. You have to see yourself, being where you want to be in the future. And when you do, that'll come across to people. They'll see that, even though maybe, all of us are still very new in this business, like, we're not making 6 figures like, some other people. We don't have that to say, well, this is possible because I do it. Like, we have to share the vision that we have. And when we're in our power, it's, we harness the vision that we have. We think deeply about our why. Why do we want to do this? Why do we want to make this work for ourselves? What is this going to do for us, for our family, for our finances, for our community, for our people that we love, for our friends, for our relationships? We focus in on that. and put that out there into every single conversation that we have. And we share that with people when we're connecting with them about the coaching opportunity. And so, it's all about just flipping the switch in your mind. I mean, it's so hard. Like, I struggle with it, like I said, all the time. And, for various reasons, everybody has reasons. I mean, I've got, negativity at work, Amber, like I know you do as well. And it's just, making sure that I am, like, I have to put up barriers. I have to, just kind of like, be like a duck, just let it roll off your back, like water off a duck's back. It can't soak in. You can't let it in. You have to put up the walls, for your own self, for your own future, for your own business. I mean, this is, for me, like, this is life and death for me. Like, I feel like this is life and death. Like, I cannot stay at this job that I'm at. I have to get out of there. And this is how I'm going to get out of there. And if I let all that in, that's going to drag me down, and I'm not going to be an effective, coach. I'm not going to be an effective recruiter. I'm not going to be good, and my posts are going to show it on, Facebook, on Instagram. When I talk to people, I'm not going to have the passion, and all of those things combined, that is what drags us down. That is what makes us, not effective at helping people. And that is 100% the goal of what we're doing. Is we help as many people as we possibly can get what they want. And by doing that, everything that we want will happen. We have to protect ourselves to be able to make sure that we can share the good and not reflect the bad things that are happening in our life. And so, kind of along the same lines of that. So the book that I started reading, so it's on Amazon. It's a Kindle book, and it's literally a 50-cent book, and it's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And this was written in like the, I think, 1920s or something. So it's a little bit, it's got, I don't want to say it's like dated, but like the concept they're like solid gold. But, he refers to, African-American people as like a colored child or something. But I mean, apart from that, and it's very, it's all, he's speaking to men, of course, but at the same time, like the concepts that he talks about is mind, like mindset, and getting your mind, knowing what you want. So he has it divided up into chapters. There's like, I think it's either 7 or 13 different principles that he talks about. And it's about, having the desire and the passion, and being willing to go for what you want. And if you have to burn bridges behind yourself so that you don't have a way to get back to where you were, do it. Like, you have to be all in so much that there's no reason for you to go back. You can't ever think about that. You can't ever think about, what would my life be like if I just didn't, because that's not where you want to be. That's not going to get you where you want to go. So that book is really amazing, that I'm reading right now. I think I've talked about it, The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. Is kind of more of a how-to versus like a mindset, but it really helps with, it helps you get into the right frame of mind, which is extremely helpful. And I have been using it, and it truly, truly helps. And she goes into a lot of science, but those 2 books right now are just rocking me. In addition to having the, I've been watching videos in the Team Beachbody Champions page, following along with Keith's team page, and I feel a shift happening that is much, it's a much bigger shift right now than I felt in several months. Mostly because I have set myself this deadline, and I have this urgency to make this a very serious thing, for my sanity and my and my mental state. So anyway, so those are the things that I wanted to cover tonight. Do you have any questions, Amber? No questions. Okay. Well, for anybody else who tunes in later, comment, questions, ask in the team page, and we'll see y'all next week. I'll just see y'all next week.